Happy Saturday, everybody. I'm going to show you all how easy it is to make delicious smothered hamburgers. Smothered hamburgers, Gina Young style. Hands down, this recipe is so simple and it tastes good. Here's what you're going to need. Some ground meat. Whether you're using ground turkey or ground beef, or mixing the two together, either one would do. I have an 80-20 ground beef. We have a really interesting ingredient we're gonna add. We're gonna add an egg to our meat to make it nice and tender. Okay, I got a nice sweet Vidalia onion. We will be serving our smothered hamburgers with some beautiful rice. I got some beef broth and we're gonna be using that to make up a nice gravy. And I got some mushrooms along the way. If you don't like mushrooms, you can completely leave it out and your recipe will still be delicious. You're gonna need some flour. I got some all-purpose flour, and you're gonna need some spices. My spices are parsley flakes just for color, you know, after the meal is done. We have some paprika, some garlic and onion powder, a little bit of red pepper flakes, you know, so you can feel that heat in the back of the palate. We have salt and pepper and chicken bouillon powder. Make sure your hands are clean. I'm gonna show you how to make smothered hamburgers. I hope y'all are having a great day today, and if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. Have you ever tasted smothered hamburgers? Is it something that you grew up on? If not, you are in for a treat. This is so much fun to make. No matter who you feed it to, they're gonna absolutely love it. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna season up this ground beef and give it some great flavor. Use ground turkey if you want to. I'm gonna go in with an egg today. This egg will make sure that our hamburgers are nice and tender, and that's what we're wanting. We're gonna season it very well. We're not gonna be afraid to season. If you don't put enough seasoning in there, it'll be flavorless, right? This is the black pepper. And now we're going in with some salt. If you can't use salt, I always tell everybody, leave it out, okay? All right, we're gonna do the garlic and onion powder on purpose. I'm using a nice amount of the garlic and the onion powder. A tiny bit of paprika. It's not smoked, but if you want to use, you know, a smoked paprika, absolutely you can. So now, here's what we're gonna do. Let's go right in and begin to make up our hamburger patties. And I'm gonna make sure that I don't handle this meat too much because the residual heat from my hands will make this meat tough, and I want it to be nice. Go ahead and make up the perfect hamburger patties. Doesn't matter what size, whatever floats your fancy, but when I'm making a hamburger, whether I'm just frying them for burger sandwiches, I always like to put like an indent in the middle, and what that does is it prevents our hamburger from swelling up in the pan. If you just make up a hamburger patty, it's gonna be super thick, and that's not what I'm looking for. So after I get it made, I put like an indent right there, and it stays that size that I have it. We're gonna continue to make up as many hamburgers as we can, and then they're gonna go right. Our hamburgers are nice and made up, and so now it looks like I have 2 pans here, and we're gonna cook these on like a medium-high heat. I wanna get a nice char onto them, although I'm planning on fully cooking them. I just really want to get a nice char and a sear onto the outside of them, but how they'll continue to cook is when I'm smothering them in that gravy, okay? So they'll continue to cook. So let's get them started in our pans just like so. Quick and simple, this recipe comes together. Water has came up to a boil. We're gonna get started on our rice. I wanna season my rice with the chicken bouillon powder to give it great flavor. Only takes 11 minutes for this to cook up to perfection. Let's go ahead and cut up some mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, you can absolutely leave them out. But here at the Young's house, we love mushrooms. And any times I can put mushroom into a recipe, I do. All right, so you just chop it up, just a nice rough chop. Doesn't matter if you slice it or dice it, just get it broken down a little bit. Okay, we're gonna do that same thing with this nice sweet Vidalia onion. Although I have this large onion, I may use just half of it. Onions next. I'm hoping that it doesn't make my eyes water. I tell you one thing, I love onions, but they don't love my eyes so much. Anytime I go to cut an onion, I'm definitely crying. I mean, it's like a whole river, right? So I'm hoping that it doesn't happen today. So I'm gonna quickly slice this onion. Okay, not the full onion, but this much will do. Quick and simple. In my pan here, I have about 1.5 tablespoons of butter. It can be salted or unsalted. And we're going to saute up our onions and our mushrooms. In the beginning, when you saute these, a little bit of liquid will come out of the mushrooms and the onions, and then after that liquid kind of evaporates in the pan, it will begin to get that nice color that we're looking for. The onions will get translucent, which is clear in color, and then they'll begin to get a nice brown color that we're looking for, and the mushrooms will do the same thing. These burgers a nice turnover. They sure smell good. Smells like I'm grilling the burgers. Look at that. Oh my. Peeking at these onions and mushrooms. They look great. I'll be turning this pan off in about maybe 4 minutes or so. They're perfectly done. And the rice is done as well. So now we're going to take these burgers. We're going to put them right into your favorite baking dish. Okay. Just going to nestle them right down there. And then we're going to turn around and put the mushrooms and the onions right on top, the ones that we sauteed. And this is how you build on the flavor. Put your onions, mushrooms if you like them, right on top of your burgers. And then with the same pan here, not rinsing it out, we're going to make a lovely gravy that's so simple to make. This gravy is finger looking good. Just kind of, you know, move your onions and mushrooms around. It should look just like this. Now, making the gravy, any oil that was left in the pan, leave it in there. Those little crispy bits from the hamburger, leave that in there too. That's called fond. It's all great flavor, okay, to your gravy. So now what you do, if you don't have enough oil in your pan, you're going to add some oil like I did. When you're making a roux, you use equal parts oil, equal parts flour, and we're going to mix the two together. They should never look like plaster. Okay, I'm going to show you the consistency that you're going to want it to look like. I don't have to measure mine because I know how much I need, right? But if you want to measure yours, go ahead. Okay, we're going to eventually just mix in the flour with your oil just like this. You want to cook that raw flavor out of the flour for 3 to 4 minutes, and then we'll add our liquid. Can they see? All right, here's what I want you to see. This is not thick. It's not really pasty, but you get the gist of what we're looking for. We're going to cook this for 4 minutes, then we'll be adding that liquid in, and then shortly after, we'll spice it up. Got 32 ounces of beef broth. I'm going to put it right into the roux, and what you do is you're going to be stirring with one hand and pouring with the other hand. My daddy taught me how to make gravy when I was 9 years old. And he would always give me the option. He would say, which one you want to do? You want to pour the liquid or you want to stir? And I always had the chance. And so I learned how to make gravy, and now I can make it blindfolded. It's so easy to make, all right? Just got to know how to flavor it and give it some good flavor, right? So now here's what's going to happen. This will eventually thicken up. If at any time it gets too thick, just add more liquid. You're good to go. I'm going to let this come up to a slight boil. And when I come back, I'm going to make sure I got the right consistency. We're going to season it with the salt, the pepper, the garlic, the onion powder, a little bit of red pepper flakes, and chicken bouillon if you want. I want my gravy to be a bit darker, so what I'm going to do, you can add that kitchen bouquet if you have some. Since I don't have some, I'm going to use some soy sauce. All right, you can use the light salted kind, so it's not too salty, but this instantly changes the color, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. And so now we're going to season it, give it some good flavor. I'm going in with chicken bouillon powder. I'm not going to use the salt because the salt is in here. I'm going to put some red pepper flakes because my family likes a little bit of heat, and I know you do too. We're going to put some parsley flakes because it's beautiful, right? All right, and so we're going to go in with a nice amount of onion and garlic powder. And then this gets poured right on top of our meat and veggies and into the oven so our hamburgers can smother in this lovely gravy. Look at it, y'all. Are you kidding me? Y'all, when I just tasted this gravy, I stopped and did like the robot because this gravy, it tastes so good. And all you gotta do is do it just like this. It tastes so good. And you keep seasoning it until you get that flavor that you're looking for. It turned out to where it was too thick, and I just added some water. And voila, we're good to go. Let's put our gravy in and into the oven, 350 degrees. You don't have to cover this. If you cover this with foil, it'll steam, it'll get watery. We don't want water to weigh down on our gravy. Look at this. Y'all, listen to me. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Tell the world what Gina's doing in this kitchen every single day. And Father, once again, we thank you for this meal, your hedge of protection and your love. And able to get a close-up of it plated up. Look, it's just going to be a quick taste because I want to sit down and eat with my family. I'm going right in. It cut like butter. Oh my goodness. And the gravy, it's smothered in. Put just some rice on there with some onions and mushrooms. Oh. You're gonna love this.